Evening, everyone. So we will be continuing ahead with calculus today. So to begin with, we will start with some of the doubts and questions that you might be having from the worksheet, the second worksheet that I had sent. Okay. Some of the students in this batch have already messaged me regarding some of the questions you need to discuss with me in class today. So we will start with those questions. So I think this is our fifth lecture of basic calculus. Last lecture, we had just about started with some additional formula for differentiation of trigonometric functions, sine and cos. So we will be looking at those aspects also today. But to begin with, let's start with doubts and discussions from worksheet number 2. So I'll start with a couple of questions which have already been sent to me by some of you. Okay. And then if anything else requires discussion, you can let me know about that. Okay. So for example, questions like this one. Question 1, let's just look at few of the subparts, like y is equal to x root x. And we want to find dy by dx. So basically what we want to do here is we want to use the formula of differentiation of x to the power n as this. Okay. So for this, we express this as x to the power some n. So how to do that? So we understand that here this is x multiplied by x to the power half. So we can write it as x to the power 1 plus half or x to the power 3 by 2. So our n is 3 by 2. Okay, so hope this step is clear to all of you.
So that one you took from the x, you added both the things.
Yeah, because we're just using this theorem that x to the power e multiplied by x to the power b. The theorem of indices is that x is x to the power a plus b. Just like x to the power a divided by x to the power b is x to the power a minus b. So these are two fundamental theorems.
So, sir, you are differentiating it together.
Sorry, we are?
So, like x to the power 1 plus 1 by 2. So, we are doing that, no?
So here we are using this theorem. No? It is x to the power 1 into x to the power half. So that is x to the power 1 plus half. So that's how this x to the power 3 by 2. I haven't started the differentiation yet.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so we are just understanding that when we say that y is equal to x into square root of x, that's the same thing as saying that y is x to the power 3 by 2. This. Okay. And therefore now we can say that, okay, dy by dx is differentiation of therefore x to the power 3 by 2. And now we will invoke this formula or this rule. So this will become 3 by 2 into x to the power 3 by 2 minus 1. So it will become 3 by 2 x to the power half, which we can again write as 3 by 2 root x. So this becomes our final answer for dy by dx. Okay, so are the steps clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So like that, let's do the D part of this question. Okay. So I'll just give you some hints for the B and C part also, but you should be able to manage that yourself. So in B part, we have taken y, for example, as 1 upon x cube. So here we will use this principle that 1 can be written as x to the power 0. Okay. So therefore, 1 upon x cube can be written as x to the power 0 divided by x to the power 3, which now you use this principle over here. It is x to the power 0 minus 1 by 3. Sorry, minus 3. So it is x to the power minus 3. Okay. So this statement here now implies that if we bring x to the numerator, it is x to the power minus 3. Okay, so this is that situation where n's value is minus 3. So then use this formula. Okay. So again, you will understand from the solutions I've sent how to apply this formula, right?
Sir, we cannot write minus x cube.
No, not minus q, minus लिखेंगे बेटा, it's 1 upon x cube. No? So minus sign कहाँ से आएगा?
Sir, x cube is in denominator, so we will take.
X's power is minus 3, na beta, but why should there be a minus power in front?
Oh, I did mistake. Sorry.
For example, if I have some number a is equal to 1 by 2 to the power 3, this is 1 by 8, no? It's 2 to the power minus 3. It's not a negative number, it's a positive number only. No? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, likewise, the C part, some of you may not have understood the meaning of this term. This term is called cube root. Okay. So basically, if we say that A is equal to cube root of B, it's the same thing as saying that B is equal to A cube. Or is the same thing as saying that A is equal to B to the power 1 by 3. Okay. So here, this basically means y is equal to x to the power 1 by 3. So here the power n is 1 by 3.
Sir, that 1 upon 3 becomes the n value, and then that using that formula we have.
Yes, and then again you use the formula for differentiation. So dy by dx is differentiation of x to the power 1 by 3. So it will become n, which is 1 by 3 into x to the power n minus 1. So that is 1 by 3 x to the power minus 2 by 3. Okay. Which you can then take this to the denominator and write it as this, because x to the power minus a is the same thing as 1 upon x to the power e.
Sir, for the B part, the answer is minus 3x and raised to minus 4, no?
Sorry, for which part, beta?
Sir, for B part.
B part, yeah. So you have to differentiate. Now, I have not completed this. This I have just expressed the value of y. Now you have to apply this formula. No? So n ka value kitna hai? Minus 3 hai. So just apply this formula now. So
Yes,
dy by
answer is
dx will become what? N, which is minus 3
3x raised to
into
minus
x to
4.
the power minus 3 minus 1. So that's minus 4. So minus 3x to the power minus 4. And again, you can apply this principle that if you have a negative power, it's the same thing as 1 upon that power. Is it clear now?
Sir,
Yeah.
so if you want to write the answer with that sign, with the cube root sign, how we will write?
Sorry, Sania, can you speak a little bit louder, please, beta? If you want to write.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sir, if you want to write the answer with the sign, with the cube root sign, so how we will write?
Which one you're talking about, beta? The C part? This one?
C1, yes, C1.
So we can see like this, no? Okay, so this part further we can write this as 1 by 3 is a separate term. Okay, now this is x squared to the power 1 by 3. X to the power 2 by 3 can be written as x square, whole thing to the power 1 by 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So then you can now write it as cube root of x square. So further, dy by dx, which technically is okay here only, that it is x to the power minus 2 by 3 divided by 3, can also be written as 1 upon 3 into cube root of x square. Cube root of x square is the same thing as x to the power 2 by 3. So that's in the denominator. Okay. So we can write it like this, or we can write it like this, or even like this. Any of these are the correct answer. Okay, beta, this is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now let's work out the D part. So let's do this question fully from the beginning. So y is expressed as x square divided by root x. We want to find dy by dx. So firstly, we'll have to express y as x to the power some n. We have to understand what n is. So here, which principle we'll use? We'll use the division rule. We'll use this one, that x to the power a divided by x to the power b can be expressed as x to the power a minus 1. So use this law over here to express this as some power of x. Okay, so by doing that, I think it become quite easy after that how to do the differentiation. So what is the value of capital N that you're getting over here? The single power of x?
3/2.
Yes, very good. It will be
3/2.
3 by 2. 1 minus, sorry, 2 minus half. So that will be 3 by 2.
So can you solve the D1?
Can I solve which one, beta?
D.
This one only, no? Okay. So this is y is equal to x square divided by x to the power half. Yes, Piyu, you have a doubt, beta?
Sir, I don't have a doubt. Like, I'm just requesting you. Can you make a list of the indices properties that we are using? Because the problem is not in solving. The problem is like which law we have to apply here. That can
Sorry,
make
you want a list of what, beta?
indices? So you said none. Here, this law will
The
come.
simple rules of indices. Okay, I'll explain.
Thank you so much.
How -1 came?
Sorry, how?
-1 came. Can you tell me?
अरे बेटा ये differentiation का formula every time you can't forget the formula, no?
Got
It
it.
is
Got it.
nx to the power n minus 1. So here n's value is how much? It's 3 by 2.
Got it.
Okay, so for these type of questions, the simple rules of indices that we use. So this is not part of differentiation, right? Differentiation is this formula. But if you have a question where there are mixed indices like these examples, then you can use any of these rules to simplify it to a single power. So x to the power a into x to the power b is equal to x to the power a plus b. Similarly, x to the power a divided by x to the power b is equal to x to the power a minus b. Okay. Similarly, x to the power a to the power b is the same thing as x to the power ab, or for that matter, x to the power a whole thing to the power 1 by b is the power a by b, like this. Basically, it's a combination of these kind of rules that we are using.
Sir, only these four.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what about question number 2? Does anybody have a doubt with question number 2 from the worksheet?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we'll discuss that.
Sir, in E and F of question number 1, we have to use the distributive property.
A little bit louder, please. If
Sir, in question number 1, mein E and F, we have to use the distributive property, na?
yes, it's the sum of two functions. So just take the differentiation inside the bracket. Okay. Now, can anybody tell me how to do part A of question 2? How do we approach that?
Sir, can we substitute the value of time as 1 second?
Sorry, can we?
Can we substitute it, the value of t as 1?
Yeah, exactly. So what we'll do after substituting the value of t as 1 second?
So we will get 8 meter per second and 4 meter per second.
Sorry, we'll substitute the value of time as 1 second and then what?
Sir, we will get the distance covered in 1 second.
Yes, by each of them, right?
Yes, sir.
So then whichever is having the larger distance, that one is ahead, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else was saying something else? Sanya? Okay, so I think all of you were saying the same thing. So anyway, let's first understand the question itself. So what's happening is that you have two objects or two particles or whatever you can say, two bodies, in this case, two vehicles. They are starting from rest at t equal to 0. So starting from rest means what? That the initial velocity is 0. Okay. And they're moving along parallel tracks. Okay, so let's say they start from the same coordinate or the same position along the x-axis. So t equal to 0, they are both here. And this one also has an initial speed of 0. This one also has an initial speed of 0. Now it's given to us that after some time t, the position of A and the position of B. Now we don't know which one is ahead and which one is behind and all that. Okay. But in general, at some time t, this distance traveled by A, this one, and this distance traveled by B, as functions of time, they are given as 8t square and 4t cube. Okay. So this is given to us in the question. Okay. So now, for example, the first part of the question is asking that at 1 second, at t equal to 1 second, which one is ahead? Is A ahead or B ahead? So for that, we have to just find that at t equal to 1 second, what is A's distance traveled? It is 8 into 1 square, so it is 8 meters. Whereas what is B's position? It is 4 into 1 cube, so it is 4 meters. So you can obviously see that SB is greater than SA. So therefore, at t equal to 1 second, B is ahead. Oh, sorry, it's the other way around. A is ahead of B. So at this instant, you can see that SA at t equal to 1 second, SA is greater than SB. So that means A is ahead of B. But same thing, for example, suppose we had checked at t equal to 2 seconds or something, we might have got a different answer. So instead of 1 second, so we'll come back to B and C part and all that. But for example, if we want to check at t equal to 2 seconds separately, we can see that at this moment, what is SA equal to? It is 8 into 2 square, so 32 meters. Okay. Whereas what is B? It is 4 into 2 cube. So again, it is 4 into 8, 32 meters. So we can see that at t equal to 2 seconds, A and B are alongside. Okay. And again, if we check at t equal to 3 seconds, we can see that now it will be the other way around. Okay. So this will become 3 to the power 3, which is 27 into 4. So that is becoming 108 meters. So now you can see that at t equal to 3 seconds, B is ahead of E. So that means, exactly at 2 seconds, B is overtaking A. Initially, A is moving faster, but then 2 seconds, B is overtaking A. Okay. So let's say, this is what our picture looks like at t equal to 1 second. A is ahead, B is behind. But by the time we come to 2 seconds, A and B are alongside. And then by the time we come to 3 seconds, B is gone ahead. So it's a very interesting type of motion. Initially A is faster than B, but eventually B is overtaking A, and it's exactly overtaking at the moment of 2 seconds. Okay. However, in the question, only this was asked. This is some extra work that I've done just to explain more about the question. Okay. Now, what the B part of the question is asking? B part of the question is asking to find out if at t equal to 1 second, A is moving faster or slower. So at t equal to 1 second, which one is moving faster? So now who can tell me how we will understand which one is
That's
moving
easy.
faster?
Sir, A.
Sir, we will differentiate both of them first and put
Yes.
t is equal to 1.
Very good.
Yes,
How we'll measure which one is
formula of
moving
speed.
faster? It has to do with speed, right? So we'll have to, so when we are asking which one is moving faster, it's basically asking which one has more speed, which has greater speed. And by speed, we mean instantaneous speed. That is at that moment, what is the speed? So we'll use the simple definition that we had learned earlier, that instantaneous speed is instantaneous rate of change of distance with respect to time. Okay. So this is instantaneous speed.
So it means that speed is equal to distance upon time.
Little bit louder, please, but I couldn't hear you.
So it means that speed is equal to distance upon time, kind of.
No, not distance upon time. Distance upon time is average speed. Okay. That is average speed. Average speed is total distance divided by total time.
So
Instantaneous speed is differentiation or instantaneous rate of change of s with respect to time. Understood the difference between the two?
okay, sir.
So we can see that.
Sir,
Yes.
so I have a doubt. Like it is like we have to find at 1 second the speed. So if at 1 second the vehicle A is at 8 meters and vehicle 2 is at 4 meters, so then vehicle A might have the fast, like it will be faster.
Your voice is not coming clearly. Can you come closer to your microphone and speak, please? Your voice is not coming clearly.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
But a little bit louder, please. Come closer to your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
So, sir, I was asking, like, we have to find the instantaneous speed at 1 second. So,
Yes.
at 1 second, vehicle A is like 8 meters. It has covered 8 meters, and vehicle B has covered 4 meters. So, we cannot say directly like vehicle A has faster speed.
No, we cannot, because that is average speed you are calculating. Obviously, average speed of A is greater than B at 1 second because distance traveled is more. But we are talking about instantaneous speed now. We're not talking about average speed. You're understanding? This is instantaneous speed. Okay. And this is average speed. So we are not talking about average speed here. We are talking about which has the greater instantaneous speed. So instantaneous speed is differentiation. Okay. So the instantaneous speed of A at any moment is given by instantaneous rate of change of 8t square with respect to t. So that will become how much? That will become 16t. Okay. So instantaneous speed of A
From where it came?
is given by
Sir,
this
how do
formula.
you do that?
Sorry, beta, come again.
Sir, what did you do there?
Do where, beta?
So just now there
It's
is.
differentiation. हमने differentiation सीखा है ना पहले.
Oh,
If
हाँ,
if
sir,
I'm
yes.
differentiating, like let's say 8x square with respect to x, what I'll get? I'll get 16x now.
Yes, sir. हाँ,
So
sir.
like that, if I differentiate 8t square with respect to t, what I'll get? I'll get 16t. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
So this expression is what? This is the instantaneous speed of the vehicle A as a function of time. So it's giving me that at any time t, what is the speed of A? It is 16 times the value of that time. Okay. And similarly, B's displacement was given to me as what? It was given as 4t cube. Okay, so B's displacement is 4t cube. That means what is the instantaneous velocity of B? It is the instantaneous rate of change of the displacement, which is 4t cube, or the distance, which is 4t cube. Okay. So this again, 4 is a constant. It comes out into differentiation of t cube with respect to t. So this will become how much?
3t square.
3t square.
12t
So
square.
12t
12.
square.
So velocity of B or speed of B at any instant is given by 12t square, and speed of A at any instant is given by 16t. Okay. So this is the
part B1. Can you read?
right. So hope all of you are clear with these two. We're just applying this
Yes,
definition.
sir.
Yeah, beta. Yes.
So that time ka t 3 you took and multiplied with 4.
A little bit louder, please, beta. I can't hear you.
So I was saying that you took 3 from where?
We took what?
3.
Three.
In that
It's
B
come
part.
from the power now, beta. It's again that differentiation formula. Differentiation of t cube is the same like differentiation of x cube with respect to x. Now it is nx to the power n minus 1. Understood
Yes,
now?
got it.
Sir, we are just applying the formula here, right?
Yes, of course. What else will do, na, beta? Differentiation always has to be done by formula only, na? So this is the
Yes,
purpose
sir.
of learning differentiation, na, so that we can apply it in some question like this. You understanding now? What is the definition of speed? It is the instantaneous rate of change of distance with respect to time. So how we calculate instantaneous rate of change? By using differentiation only, na? Instantaneous rate of change of s with respect to t, that is calculated by doing what? It is calculated by differentiation of s with respect to t. So only the name of the variable has changed. Na? Instead of y is a function of x, and we are calculating dy by dx by differentiation. Now s is a function of t, and we are calculating ds by dt.
Yes, sir, got it.
Got it now? Understood? Okay. So basically here you can see how we are applying it. S is some kind of function of time. So v is defined as ds by dt. So it is differentiation. It's a derivative of that function. So we are applying the principles of differentiation that we have learned earlier. Okay. But only we have two different functions for two different bodies or two different vehicles. So accordingly we are getting two different speeds. Okay. So now you apply this here, and you can see that from this we can see that therefore at t equal to 1 second, A's instantaneous speed is how much? 16. But B's instantaneous speed is how much? 12. So not only A is ahead, but A is also moving faster. Out of the two, A is moving faster. Okay. But at t equal to 2 seconds, you will see that could have changed. Okay. At t equal to 2 seconds, you would have seen that A's speed would have become 32 meters per second. So it's increased quite a bit. But B's speed has increased even more. It's become 12 into 2 square. So it's become 48 meters per second. So by now, what is happening? B is faster. So all this information is telling me about how the motion of the two bodies or the two vehicles are looking with respect to each other on those parallel tracks. Okay. So we'll come back to the diagram also to understand this visually also. Okay. But first, I want all of you to understand this process that we are using a definition in physics that we discussed earlier, that instantaneous speed is what? It is instantaneous rate of change of distance with respect to time. It is different from average speed. If I asked you what is the average speed in 1 second from 0 to 1 second for A, you divide the total distance traveled divided by the total time of 1 second. But here it's not about that. It's about instantaneous speed. So it's instantaneous rate of change. And how we calculate instantaneous rate of change in physics from now, we always use the differentiation operator. And that is the whole purpose of learning differentiation, so that we can carry out that operation in these type of questions and understand how to calculate instantaneous rate. Okay. So note this down and try to work out the part C and D yourself now. I will come back to that with a visual diagram also, but try to figure out these two parts yourself, C and D. Actually, I've already indirectly given you the answers of C and D. Yes, Aryan, that is correct. Very good.
Sir.
Sir.
So
Okay, very good. Rishita, that's correct. Okay.
Sir,
So the D part is the tricky part, that when
excuse me, sir.
B speed becomes more than A speed. So let's understand that. So now we've got not only the two displacement formula, but we've got the two velocity formula. Okay, so we have seen that, or distance, we can call it distance or displacement, because it's the same thing in this case because it's motion along a straight line. So that is telling me that instantaneous velocity of this one or speed of this one, whatever, and this one is 12t square. So for example, for the C part, we can see that C we have to find when B overtakes A. So basically, so t equal to 0 we won't take because that was the starting point, and t equal to 2 seconds. So that is the time when
Sir,
B overtakes A. Yeah, what is the doubt, beta?
sir, T minus 2, how you do?
It's algebra, no, beta. We just rearrange these terms. 4t cube minus 8t square is 0. So if you take 4t square common, will it not be left with this factorization of this?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir,
Now similarly, yeah,
over here, why did we put the equal to sign? It should be greater than or equal or greater than sign, right?
no, that is when it has completed the overtake. Now, when it is exactly at which moment it is overtaking, it's just alongside, na, then.
Sir, at 2 seconds, the distance covered is the same. So at that point, they haven't overtaken each other. And like after 2 seconds, they will overtake, right?
The overtake, see, after t equal to 2 seconds, B is ahead of A. Na? So at what point of time it is overtaking? Exactly when it comes alongside. Na?
Oh, okay, sir.
You understanding? Na? So if they started from here at t equal to 0, okay, then we saw that, for example, at 1 second, A is ahead, B is behind. Okay. But at 2 seconds exactly, B catches up to A. So that is when it is overtaking. It's in the process of overtaking.
Okay, sir.
And after that, no. So for any time greater than 2 seconds, B has already moved ahead. Okay. So it's like that.
Okay, sir.
Now D part we have to find when B speed becomes greater than A. Okay. So at what instant BB becomes greater than BA. So from above we can see that 12t square should become greater than 16t. So you will see that this will give us the solution that t should be greater than 4/3 seconds, or for t equal to 4/3 or 1.33 seconds onwards. Is after that, okay, B is faster than A.
So why
Sir,
you did greater than 0?
Because it is asked now at what point of time B speed becomes more than A. So we are solving for an inequality, na, that VB should be greater than VA. It's not equal to, it's greater than.
Sir, we cannot calculate separately for VB and VA.
We cannot what, beta?
So we cannot calculate it separately.
But what is the use of calculating separately? Tell me, na? We want to find the time when we are comparing two things, na? That VB's value should be greater than VA. So what will be the point of individually calculating VA and VB? We have to compare them, no?
सर we cannot put I सर मैंने 2 सेकंड डाल के किया तो उसका ज्यादा आया था instantaneous speed.
But I'm not able to hear you clearly. I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Please speak louder and more clearly, please.
Sir, I calculated it separately and substituted it as a t is equal to 2 seconds.
But how do you know that at 2 seconds it's happening for the first time? It's not happening before that. Yes, at 2 seconds VB is greater than VA, but it's asking at what instant it starts moving faster, no? So it can happen at some time before that also. You will say 2 seconds, I'll say, okay, check at 1.5 seconds. So if you check the values at 1.5 seconds also, you'll see VB is greater than VA.
Yes, sir, because it is a span between 1 and 2 seconds, right?
But I can't hear you. People, please learn to speak clearly on the microphone.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for third part, the answer is 2 seconds, right?
Yes, the answer is 2 seconds.
Yes, sir.
I showed the third part now above. Did you miss it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I was noting the last part.
Okay. See, the answer is 2 seconds over here. So this is the C part's answer. Okay. So at which instant it overtakes is this.
Sir, but
Yeah.
why you use that greater than sign?
Because that is what the question is asking. Na? At what point of time the speed of B becomes greater than the speed of A? So what is the symbol? It stands for greater than only, na? यही
So,
पूछा ना बेटा,
sir,
when
that
does
12
this,
t square.
yeah?
Yes, sir. हाँ, sir, अब समझा.
If the question had
Sir.
asked what point of time the speed of B becomes equal to the speed of A, I would have put the equal to sign. If it would have asked when it is less than, I would have put the less than sign. It's asking specifically na, at what instant VB is greater than BA. Now VB's value is, we have calculated as how much? 12t square. So 12t square should become greater than 16t. So that is giving us that the time should be greater than 4/3 seconds.
Sir, how you got
Yes, sir.
4/3?
बेटा ये यहाँ पे अच्छा ये नहीं समझा आपने. ये quantity देखो 4t into 3t minus 4 should be greater than 0. So that means 3t minus 4 should be greater than 0, no?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So in the calculation, 4t will become 0 only, no? Because t will be equal to 0 upon 4. So it will become 0, right?
नहीं t क्यों 0 होगा बेटा? We are calculating the time at which B is faster than A, na? T equal to 0 was the initial time, na? So why will t be 0? T is obviously
Yes,
a value greater than
like,
0, na?
Yeah, so
That's
I
why-
am asking that 4t मतलब उसके लिए cancel होता है ना, because it becomes 0. That's why we
No,
take
उसके लिए नहीं
3.
cancel होता है बेटा. Okay, if I say A into B is greater than 0, what it means? That either A is greater than 0 and 0, or A is negative and B is negative. Is your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Product of two terms is positive only when either both of them is positive or both of them is negative.
Yes,
Simple,
sir.
na? Now here, what about 4t? It's a positive quantity, na? Time cannot be negative.
Yes, sir.
So that means the second bracket 3t minus 4 should also be positive, na?
Sir.
Okay. So 3t minus 4 is positive, means what? T is greater than 4/3 seconds.
So what about 4t then?
Hey, beta, when T is 4/3, obviously 4t is a positive quantity only, na?
Yes, sir.
You understanding?
Yes.
4t is always a positive quantity because T is always positive. We don't take T as a negative time. So 3t minus 4, the moment it becomes positive, the product of these two quantities become positive.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Sir, as you get 4/3, how you got that we were understanding.
Is the question clear to all of you now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. Now let's Let's come to question number 3. So question 3, we are given this function. You can see it's a quadratic function because maximum power of x is 2. Now you have to first of all find the values of y for example x equal to -1. So how do you find the value of y? Just plug in the value of x as -1 here. No? So substitute. So y will become 8 into -1 minus -1 square. That is -8 minus 1. So it become -9.
-9.
Okay. Similarly, x equal to 0. You will see y will become 8 into 0 minus 0 square. So that's 0. Similarly, x equal to 1. Sorry, x equal to 2. So all these points you have to plot. Okay, so I'll just do a few of them. I've sent you the solution anyway, so you can check out the values for all of them. So this will become 7. And then, for example, I've given you one of the points as x equal to 7. So for that value, y will become 8 into 7 minus 7 square. So 56 minus 49. So you see it's back to 7. Then another value I've given x equal to 8. So you can see y will become 8 into 8 minus 8 square. So this is a significant value, is back to 0. Like that, at x equal to 10, for example, the value of y will become 8 into 10 minus 10 square. So that is 80 minus 100 or minus 20. Okay. So now we will use this set of values to plot an approximate graph.
So in the graph, you have to just point the x-axis and y-axis, no?
Sorry, in the graph where will?
We have to plot the x-axis and y-axis,
Yes, yes.
according to the values.
Yes. Graph's meaning is that only you have to plot the curve, or you have to first start with plotting an xy plane. These particular values of x that I've given and plot them as points. So for example, you can see at -1, the value of y was -9. So let's say this is the point -1 over here. And accordingly, -9 will be somewhere below here, let's say, on the y-axis. So this point will correspond to this. Its x coordinate is -1, its y coordinate is -9. Then there is 0, 0. So that's this point here. Then there is, so like this, when you go on plotting the points and you join them with a smooth curve, so you'll see you'll get this kind of a shape. You get this kind of a shape. It shows you that at this value of 8, y is becoming 0 again. Okay. And then after that is becoming negative. So that's why at -10, for example, sorry, at 10, it becomes a very large negative value of -20. So this is an approximate graph, but you can see how it correlates to all the points. The value is 7. Okay. At 7, the value is again 7. So it's something like this. So like that, you will see that at 4, the value would have been something like this.
16.
16, yes, very good. So this kind of So approximately, if you draw a graph, you'll get this kind of a shape. So you can see the graph is first rising like this and then dropping like this.
So also when there is a question like, do you see the correlation between these values and the shape of the graph drawn? So we have to put this, like,
Yes. Okay, so in the solutions I've sent you, I've clearly, given all the points, calculated the values of y for all of them. And I've first drawn an approximate graph also. And next I've used a graph plotter to actually plot a more accurate graph also. But that's not required. Just the first diagram would have been enough. Okay. Yes, Piyu, you have a doubt, beta?
Sir, slope of tangent means delta x.
No, it means the value of dy by dx. So go back to our second
Sir,
lecture.
in hints and discussions, which you have sent it, there the question is that we have to find the slope of tangent for d. So x is equals to 0, so that dy upon dx, where limit of delta x, that you have put the value as
No,
0.
that we don't have to do better. See, dy by dx we have calculated by differentiation now above. It is 8 minus 2x now. So in that you put the value of x as 0. You understanding? Okay, I'll explain that part also. Okay. Anyway, so this first part is clear now, how to calculate the value of y for each of
Yes,
the
sir.
given values of x. Okay, and then plot this. Now see what we mean by slope of tangent at a given point. So let's go back to the basics and understand that. Okay. So for any function that is given, suppose we have any arbitrary function whose graph is something like this. So this is y is equal to fx. Now at some particular point, let's say x equal to a, if we want to draw tangent, so what will be the slope of the tangent? The slope of the tangent will be instantaneous rate of change. So slope of tangent, okay, at the point x equal to a will be nothing but the value of the rate of change. That is the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to a. So what is the instantaneous rate of change? It is dy by dx, or it is the derivative of the function. Okay, but at which point now? The value at the point x equal to a. At x equal to a. So in this particular case, what is happening is that the graph of a function, we noticed from all the values and all, the graph of a function was looking like this. It was rising then dropping. Okay, and we had in fact noticed that it was rising up to 4, and then after 4 it started dropping. So this was the function that we had. Y is equal to 8x minus
8
x.
minus, okay.
This was the function 8x minus x square. Okay. Now if we want to plot we want to find the slope of tangent at any point. So for example, we want to find the slope of tangent at the point x equal to 2, let's say. We want to draw a tangent at this point. So this tangent slope of tangent at x equal to 2. We want to find this out. So what is the first step we will do? The first step is, given the function y is equal to 8x minus x square, and this is the function, we'll find out dy by dx by differentiating this. So we'll apply all the principles of differentiation that we have just learned above. Okay. So differentiation of x is 1, differentiation of x square is 2x. Okay. So this dy by dx, this is basically what? This is instantaneous rate of change. of the function. So now I will see that therefore slope of tangent at the point x equal to 2 will be equal to what? It will be the value of dy by dx at the point x equal to 2. So that is what 8 minus 8 into 2. I'll just substitute the value. Sorry, 8 minus 2 into 2.
So that would be 4.
Yes, so that will become 4. So you can see it's 4. So this 4 is basically what it is, this quantity. It is the slope of the tangent at the point x equal to 2. This is slope of tangent. Now you can at least see from the graph it is justified. Just a moment. I'll reshare the file. You can see from the graph why it is justified that it should be positive at the point x equal to 2, because you can see the function is rising. Okay. So this is what is meant by slope of tangent at the point x equal to 2. Okay. Now similarly, let's also work out slope of tangent at the following points.
So this we have to find.
Yeah, so you have to just follow these steps, no? Which I have done over here. I have already done for you slope of tangent
Yes,
at
sir.
the point x equal to 2. So now you have to just repeat these steps for these other points, right? So make sure you understand these steps here and then apply them to this.
Sir, dy by dx will be 8 minus 2x only, no?
Yes, because we are still talking about the same function. So we are still talking about the same function for y equal to 8x minus x square only. We want to find the slope of the tangent at these points. So the function is same. So obviously dy by dx is the same. So the first step is the same for all these parts. That dy by dx by differentiation is 8 minus 2x. But now we have to calculate the value of dy by dx at which point? At x equal to 0 instead of x equal to 2. Or at x equal to 4 instead of like that. Understood now?
So we'll just substitute 0 instead of that 2.
We just substitute the value of x as 0, 4 of formula of dy by dx. That's all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for any of these parts, you have to just repeat these steps. Okay. So given this function, you know dy by dx, we've already seen it's 8 minus 2x. Okay. So now slope of the tangent at x equal to 0 is the value of dy by dx at x equal to 0. So it is 8 minus 2 into 0. So it's 8. Okay. Similarly, the slope at x equal to 4 is dy by dx at x equal to 4. So that is 8 minus 2 into 4. So that's 0. Now you can see in the graph, it's very interesting why this slope is coming out to be 0, because the function's graph was looking like a curve which was going through a peak. Right? It reached the peak at x equal to 4 and then came down like this. So because this peak point precisely was x equal to 4, that is why it turns out that if we draw tangent at this point, you can see its slope will be 0. This tangent will be a horizontal line. So horizontal line का slope कैसा होता है? It will have 0 slope, which is correlated with what we are getting from the calculation. So it is to show all these points only that I had given such a lengthy question, okay, with individual parts like this. Okay. Now similarly, for example, if you draw the tangent at 7, you will see you should get a negative slope, and that's what the calculation will also show you, or x equal to 6 or whatever. So it will become how much? It will become minus 4. The slope at 8 will also be a negative quantity.
Done, sir.
Okay. Goodness, all of you understood this? Okay. Yes, PU, to answer your question, you can see that at the point x equal to 2, we are getting a positive value of the slope. That means the function is increasing. It's going up, which you can again see in this graph. But contrastingly, if you see the point x equal to 6, the slope is negative at that point. That means the function is coming down.
There is a last question. Write the equation of the tangent line drawn.
I'm coming to that. Okay. So that is a bit of coordinate geometry applied. Okay. So we'll discuss. We want to draw the equation. We want to find the equation of the tangent drawn at the point x equal to 2 on the above curve. Okay. So first, let's understand what we mean by it in terms of the graph. Let's say, roughly speaking, this is what our graph was like. So x equal to 2 would have been some point over here, where the y coordinate is how much? The function is 8x minus x squared. So at x equal to 2, we saw the value of y is
12.
yeah, 12, right? So this is the value. Okay. Now at this point, we want to draw that tangent line and we want to find its equation. So this is our tangent line. So this point has coordinates 2, 12. So we can see that the tangent at x equal to 2. Now we had already seen that the tangent has a slope which was equal to dy by dx at x equal to 2, which we had seen was 4. Okay. So this tangent line has a slope equal to 4. Okay. And it passes through the point x equal to 2, y equal to 12. So if you take any point on this tangent line which is having some coordinate x comma y, we can see that y minus 12 upon x minus 2 is nothing but the slope, which is equal to 4. So the equation of the line becomes y minus 12 is equal to 4 times x minus 2. So y is equal to 4x plus, this will become minus 12 plus minus 8. So that will become plus 4. So this is equation of the type y equal to mx plus c. That's the equation
So
of a
we have to
straight line.
take the point xy on the tangent.
Sorry, beta, could not hear you. Can you speak a little louder?
So we have to take the point xy on the tangent.
Yeah, like this is general equation of straight line. So if you have any straight line which is passing through a particular point, let's say a comma b, okay, and it has a slope equal to m, then the equation of the straight line becomes y minus b upon x minus a is equal to that slope, or y minus b is equal to m times x minus a. So this is the general form of equation of straight line.
Okay, sir.
Of equation,
So over there you wrote tangent at x is equals to 2 has a slope. Like tangent is indeed a slope, right?
tangent is,
Indeed a slope. Like it's the slope of that graph over there at that point.
no, tangent is a line, na beta. Tangent is a line drawn at that point which just touches the curve.
Consider it
So
as a slope, right? Of
that line slope is equal to 4 in this case. Now that is the value of dy by dx at that point. So understanding, no?
yes,
What
sir.
is slope of a line? It is tan theta, no? It is the inclination with the x-axis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that slope only is equal to 4, no?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so in terms of slope, how do we write the equation of a straight line which passes through a point a comma b and has a slope equal to m? This is the form of the line, that y minus b upon x minus a is equal to the slope. If we select any other point on the line which is x comma y, you can see that this tan theta is the slope, now. So it is equal to y minus b upon x minus a. So this formula comes from here only. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Piyu, which part you have not understood? Better tell me.
Sir, this dy upon dx you wrote is equals to 4 now from there.
This part. This
Yes.
this part. Okay. So
From
see,
there onwards.
this is earlier, no? We got this, no? We had seen slope of the tangent at x equal to 2 was how much? It was 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are using that value here. So slope ka value kitna hai? The slope's value is equal to 4. And that point it is passing through, that value is how much? It is 2 comma 12. So now just substitute this in this general formula. Y minus b upon x minus a is equal to m. So in this case, y minus 12 upon x minus 2 is equal to the slope, which is 4.
Okay, sir. Yes, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so there's a bit of coordinate geometry in this. You're using this general equation of straight line. Okay, how to find the general equation? If I know a point through which the straight line is passing, that is a comma b, and I know the slope of the straight line m, then I can express the equation of the straight line like this. Okay, so let's do another practice question based on this kind of concept. I have a feeling we need to practice this a little more. Okay, so let's do another example before we come back to the worksheet. So we now have a function y is equal to x cube plus 2x. Okay, so we want to find, first of all, the value of, y at x equal to 2. Then we want to find the slope of the tangent drawn to y is equal to x cube plus 2x at x equal to 2. And then we want to find the equation of the tangent. So it's a repeat of the same concept, but using a different function now. Just try this out, people. I'll put up the answers very soon. Just try to apply the same steps you've done in the previous question in this now. Yes, very good, Rishita. Correct for the first part. Okay, so this value you should be getting and this value you should be getting
Sir, 14 how? Sir,
yes.
sir, 14 how?
Yeah, I'll explain. No? You have to just apply those steps. I'll explain the question. Try it out yourself first. So now this equation of tangent, we should be getting it as yes, very good, Rishita, that's correct. Swam, I think you have just made a mistake of plus minus sign somewhere, otherwise you would have
Yes, sir.
got
I
this
made
correct
the
too.
mistake as minus I took. Minus 12 I
Yeah.
took.
Okay. Okay, so let's work out this question in detail now. So you can see that the function that is given to us is x cube plus 2x. So for the a part, if x is equal to 2, to find the value of y, this will be nothing but the value of the function at x equal to 2. So just substitute the value of x as 2. So 12. Okay. So you can see that y is equal to 12 at x equal to 2. Now the next thing, we have to find the slope of the tangent at the point x equal to 2. So that is nothing but the value of dy by dx at x equal to 2. So again, given the function, you can see the rate of change, apply differentiation to this. Just do all the steps calmly. You see differentiation of x cube is 3x square. Differentiation of x is 1. So 3x square plus 2. That is our dy by dx. Okay. So now what is the slope of tangent at the point x equal to 2?
Sir, it will be 2x, no?
No, differentiation of 2x is 2 beta. So slope at x equal to 2 is nothing but dy by dx at the point x equal to 2. So it is 3 into 2 square plus 2. So that's how we got this 40. Okay. Differentiation of 2x, no? It is 2 times differentiation of x. Okay. So that's 2 into 1. Differentiation of x to the power 1 is 1.
And sir, x cube mein how you wrote 3x square? That also you can explain.
But x to the power n formula, you have to learn how to apply it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You cannot keep forgetting that basic thing every time. Eh? Okay. So now see, we know both the things that we require for the third part. We want to find the slope, the equation of tangent. So C part we can of tangent at the point x equal to 0. Sorry, x equal to 2. So first thing we know is that, and we don't need to draw the graph and all that. That was just for visual understanding. Here we can just understand it this way, that x equal to 2, y equals to how much? 12, we have seen. So it is through the point 2 comma 12 again, and it has a slope which is dy by dx at x equal to 2, which we saw was 14. So m is equal to 14. So the equation of the tangent will become y minus 12 upon x minus 2 is equal to m, which is 14. This will become the equation of time.
So,
Sir, 16 from where you have written?
बेटा ये algebra complete करो ना. Just take that 14 into 2 is minus, 14 into 2 is minus 28. Simple bit of solving. Just
Okay.
so over here, like m is the theta's value, right? Tan theta's value.
yes, m is the slope. Yes.
Okay,
It's
sir.
again that same equation that I taught you earlier. Y minus b upon x minus a is equal to m, where m is the slope and a comma b is the point through which the straight line is passing.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
so can you show how to solve question number 4 first part from worksheet?
Question number 4, first part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll explain. I'll come to that next. Okay. So this question 3 was clear now before this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Now in question 4, now all these parts we have to actually just simplify the questions a little bit before we apply the differentiation. Okay. So that was the only point of that. We have to apply a bit of simplification. So for example, in the first part, you're dividing the whole expression by x. So we will just simplify it like this, that we have y is equal to x square minus 2 whole divided by x.
So we will use that, no, xa divided by xb, which gives xa minus b.
Sorry, come again, beta.
So that indices rule will be used, na, x upon x raised to the power a divided by x raised to the
Yeah,
power b.
that only. But before that, we'll have to simplify this. Now we'll have to write this as x square by x minus 2 by x. Okay. So then we can write this as x minus 2 into x to the power minus 1. So now you can see y is expressed as simple indices. Now. So this first step is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we can differentiate.
Sir,
Yes.
that 2 by x, what did you do there?
Come again, beta.
Sir, that 2 by x, what did you do there?
X is taken to the numerator, power minus 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the distributive property of differentiation. Now we will apply again that formula, that differentiation of x to the power n is nx to the power n minus 1. So differentiation of x will become 1, but differentiation of x to the power minus 1 will become how much? Minus 1 into x to the power minus 2. So our dy by dx is finally becoming this. So this kind of simplification we have to do in each of these parts. Okay.
Sir, second last method I did not get.
Which one?
Second last step.
This step.
Sir.
This again, this formula only is applied over here for this differentiation. Okay. So differentiation of x is 1 into x to the power 1 minus 1, or 1 into x to the power 0, which is 1. And similarly in this part, differentiation of x to the power minus 1 is n into x to the power n minus 1.
So minus 1. Minus 1 into x.
Okay, let's do another part of this question. Now let's see the D part, or the fourth part of this question. It has to be solved by using a similar kind of approach, but little bit more lengthy. So we have x square into root x, okay, minus x cube in the numerator divided by 2x. So, and we want to find dy by dx. But before finding dy by dx, you have to simplify this. So simplify using the same method that we have used here. Use the same method of simplification. Like we've done over here, same kind of method.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, before simplifying, we cannot do x square into x into half and add there.
हाँ वो तो करना ही है ना, सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए करना ही है. x square into root x को तो सिंप्लीफाई करना ही पड़ेगा ना, x square into x to the power half. बट फिर 2x से डिवाइड भी करना पड़ेगा ना. Have you understood, beta, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, people. So you can check the answers yourself. I've sent you the answer key and the hints and solutions also. So let me work it out step by step for everybody else also now. So first thing you'll do is in the numerator, you can solve this as this. Okay. So this becomes
Sir, you are solving the numerator first.
yes, better. We have to do that now.
Sir, of that denominator 2x you took half, right?
So this becomes the value of y. So I have done each of the steps very clearly, so you can just understand them. Okay. So first this term x square into root x, we've written it as x square into x to the power half. So then it's become this. Okay. Then we have just divided by 2x for both the terms. So this is just the simplification. Now the actual step of differentiation happens.
Sir, answer is not finished here.
The answer is not.
Answer is not finished here.
No, we have to find dy by dx, na beta. See, we have to calculate this now. So we have to do this step. So this is finally our answer, dy by dx.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in the second last step, half into 3 upon 2x will only come na.
Sorry, half into what?
3 upon 2x.
Hmm.
That much will only come na.
No, x to the power half भी तो है ना बेटा.
Sir,
Differentiation
that
of x to the
half one you took na. 3 upon 2 you took.
no half into 3 by 2 is 3 by 4 na beta.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
we are applying the formula right there.
Yeah, differentiation formula beta. Differentiation of x to the power 3 by 2 is how much? It is 3 by 2 into x to the power plus 1. Understood now? But now we have that term half
Sir.
also outside. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Sir, in C part, sir, in question number 4, C part,
Hmm. Yeah.
Sir, it is given y square. So we can do like y is equal to under root of x6.
Yes. So you can
And
actually see that the term given on the right hand side is a whole square term. It's x cube plus something whole square.
so, yes, yes, yes.
And you can see it is x cube minus 3 whole square.
Sir, it is
we'll be
x
working on
raised to
this
6
part.
minus 6x cube plus 9.
So it is whole square of x cube minus 3.
Yes, sir.
Understanding? So we'll use that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, people. So let's do one more example of the fifth part of this question. This is comparatively easier, the fifth part, because you have to just simplify by multiplying the term outside the bracket with the entire bracket. But it'll again give you some practice with indices, which some of you are having difficulty with, I can see. So
So you are on question 4 ka sub part, no? Or on
yes,
question number 5?
this is question number 4, last
Okay.
part. So it is actually given as part E. Okay, so again, start this by simplifying this.
Sir,
Yes.
in the answer key, you have not taken that last two.
Sorry, come again, beta.
So in the answer key, in this step, you have not taken that last x raised to half into 2. You've just taken x into half, x raised to half. So
There is a mistake in the answer key, is it?
I think so.
Okay, I will check it out. Yeah, that 2 is missing in the second step, right? Okay, so just make a correction in the answer
Yes,
key.
sir.
Okay, you can note down this 2 is missing in the solutions I've sent. This 2 is by mistake, I think, missing over there. So just add it in that. Okay. So the answer will come different to what I've shown there.
Yes,
So,
sir, I am getting different answer.
yes, so you can verify your answer from what I'm showing now, right? So that okay, so first of all, by simplifying, you're getting the same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and next, so
Yes,
next thing you have
sir.
to just yeah. So next thing you have to just differentiate this. Okay.
Using distributive property.
So that 2 was missing in the solution, just make a correction to it, right? So what I've also done there is I've taken LCM. But you have to make a correction to the answer. I think this will be 15x plus 1 in the original answer I've sent. It should be 15x plus 2 in the end. Okay. But you can leave the answer this way also. This correct. This is just simplification further from here to here.
Sir, 5 upon 2x raised to the power of 3 upon 2, that down, it will come cube root, no?
क्यों cube root आएगा बेटा?
You said now that cube root of a is equals to b, something like that.
Why cube root बेटा? Tell me.
Sir, I think she is saying root cube of x squared.
Hey, which step? Okay, I'll go over this carefully once more. And explain. Yeah, beta, where is the problem for you coming? Differentiation wala step, this one?
No, sir.
Then?
So, so in the last part,
Acha, the
starting
LCM
5
step.
up, no, up 5 upon 2 x root had there.
ये
That
step
cube
कैसा है?
root will come, no?
No, beta. See, x to the power 3 by 2. We have split it as x to the power 1 plus half. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is x to the power 1 into x to the power half. So that is x root x. Understood, na? Cube root kab hota hai? When it is 1 by 3. It's not this. Na? This would have been cube root of x square. Understanding? It's not this.
Oh, okay, sir.
This.
Sir, and LCM also once you explain.
Okay, so you can see that the denominator of these two are 2 and the denominator is this root x. So we're taking 2 root x as the lowest common multiple LCM, right? So this 5x root x has to be multiplied with root x.
Yes, sir.
So 5x root x multiplied by root x will give you 5x square.
Yes, sir. 5x square. हाँ, sir.
Understood? Na? Similarly, this term is 2 and we are taking LCM 2 root x. So the numerator has to be multiplied with root x. So 15 root x into root x will give you 15x.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And here the denominator is root x and we have taken LCM 2 root x. So to multiply with 2. Okay. So in the answer key that I have sent you, this term is wrong. This is -1. Okay, just make a correction here. It should be +2. Okay, so hope the steps for these questions are clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
Sir, in
yes,
the next
sir.
lecture, you will do na question number 5. That last question is left.
Yeah, question number 5 we'll do in the next lecture. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And try to understand it by going through the solutions once. Okay. We'll discuss it in the next lecture also, and we'll discuss further about differentiation of trigonometric functions and more properties of differentiation next time. Okay. So I'll be sending you another basic worksheet to try out these methods once more.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank
So
you.
that's it for today's class, people. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Sir, you will
Thank
send
you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, you will send this notes, na?
Yeah, I will send the notes.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good
Oh.
evening.
Yeah, good evening, people. Have a nice day.
So,
Yes, and
so in the major test, is it only MCQ or there will be some written part also?
Sanvi, a little louder, please. Couldn't hear you.
So in the major test, it is like totally MCQ or there will be some written part also?
No, it will be MCQ only. No? It will be the competitive exam pattern.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay.